Hello and welcome everyone back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker as we have reached the level 84 quests, which means we're almost half done, kinda, with the with at least the main portion of Endwalker, the expansion itself. Cat Evie, thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription. 41 months now, and I just finished watching last night's VOD. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. And, oh, out of nowhere, Kingdom Hearts series is coming to Steam. That'll help them. Yep, we're in space. We're on the moon. So yeah, if you missed last time, spoiler warning. Major spoiler warning. Just to give you a little heads up before I read, I'll read alphas in the meantime. With a tier 1 subscription, 44 months now. Thank you so much. Saying good evening, everyone. Not going to be here long tonight, but here until game night starts, and here to say final days hype. Yeah. No, we're not blowing up the moon, but last time we fought Zodiark and Fandaniel. And beat them. I mean, Xenos is still around, but where the hell do we go from here? And that's what we're going to be finding out tonight, is figuring it all out. Now, Amy will be with me soon. She's just finishing up saying goodnight to the kids and whatnot. Well, I think we're going to be trying to stop the Earth from blowing up. Nah, we don't care about Xenos. He certainly at least looks better than he did when he first met him, but he's still there. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, this should be very interesting. I'm curious what Amy will think of what's coming up. And... oh, Amy has arrived. I was just doing the introductions. And... oh, he doesn't. So he doesn't have to wake up early. Why?
I don't know, but that's the deal. This is for you if you want it.
Oh, thank you. I will probably have that at some point. Found out they just announced that...
hello, everyone!
that not a huge deal for you, but they just announced Kingdom Hearts is coming to Steam, which is a very big deal for the series.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Before it was only Epic Game Store because there was some exclusivity deal. So...
oh, my kitty shirt. My kitty pajamas.
oh, yeah.
It's me and Derek. That's
yep.
me.
Saying with Smashman with 100 bits saying, hey Derek, did you hear that Nintendo just acquired Shiver Entertainment? They were responsible for porting games like Mortal Kombat 1 and Hogwarts Legacy to the Switch. Do you think this means they'll help port more third-party games to the Switch and beyond? Any big third-party games you want to see on a Nintendo console? It depends on if Nintendo acquired them. I don't think they'll be porting third-party games. They'll be porting Nintendo games. So what they'll be porting, that's a big question right there. Hard to say.
Hello, friends! I gotta get over there.
Yeah. Could do Eternal Darkness, that's true. All kinds of stuff they could do. So, obviously Mortal Kombat 1 wasn't great, but that's more a fault of the Switch than anything else. I don't remember hearing anything terrible about the Harry Potter game on Switch, but I don't know for a fact. So, yep. Oh, Lass can finally play Kingdom Hearts. That's
Yay.
Excellent. Because they're on Steam.
Kingdom Hearts is great. Because of Steam?
Yeah, because of it being on Steam. No? Oh well. Alright.
It's gonna be a minute because I gotta clear out my inventory.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just gonna get started. Yes, we get a new, better weapon. The Phrygian. Finally. The Hogwarts... people were saying the Hogwarts Switch port was pretty solid. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Dang it, I should have picked it up when it was on sale.
That's
Because I want to explore the castle. Like, I legit only want to play that game because I want to see the layout of the castle.
Oh,
That has baffled me for years.
Ooh,
I want to see, like, where Ravenclaw dorm is, where Hufflepuff dorm is, you know, like where it all is in relation to each other. That's
Yeah.
the main reason why I want to play.
No worries. Ice Climber Kirby, Unicorn Overlordship from Gamefly, also in my Gamefly queue, Atelier Ryza 1, 2, and Splatoon 2. I hear it, from what I remember, Gamefly is pretty great to buy used games from because the condition is always pretty good. Something I should think of more often, honestly. Alright. Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surrounds is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share, you see. I sensed others arriving not long ago. Though my communions with Heidelin have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know that these are your comrades. Laz, thank you very much for the 100 bits saying, but One Piece isn't isn't a political manga. Yes, Brandon and I got done with that discussion. And we were like, that was a good one. We did that. We felt really confident in that one, and yeah, I feel good about that. So thank you, Laz. And as luck would have it, they have already reached my abode. Come, let us join them. You know, Vandal, it's pretty appropriate that you're getting abducted right now, considering where we're at. To the behemoth! It's hard to believe, but when Brandon and I record next, we'll be finishing Impel Down. You guys are a bit far from that, but yeah. We're getting to the truly crazy stuff. Boy, did you guys miss some stuff! Yes, they are indeed the three I sensed. Did I ask what happened before we arrived? May we presume that this being is a native of the moon? I didn't even plan this mount. That's beautiful.
Where does the Hingen hanging Toro lamp go? Because it's not indoor or outdoor furniture.
It's ceiling. It says ceiling, like, so maybe hanging from the roof or from the ceiling. Alpha, you would probably know this if you're still here, or Time Sage, of course, you'll know this. Amy has a ceiling light, but it won't go in or into her indoor or outdoor furnishing. Where does she put it? I'm assuming that's indoor furnishing, but I'm assuming you guys would know that better. Alpha knows how to do that? Okay. Excellent. Ceiling lights are done in the same place as wallpaper. So wherever your wallpaper is.
I don't know about wallpaper. I don't know what that is.
Alpha says I'll look up the link I used to figure that out and send it your way.
Joe told me ceiling lights are a fixture.
Okay. The box says One Piece's political elements are woven seamlessly into its narrative, which is where plenty of fictional properties fail. Yeah, it's... God, I love reading that manga. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the Tempered before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. Holy crap. The contingent's healers had their hands full tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. Lest you wonder, Mistress Kryl hath also been delivered unto their care. Serving as a conduit for Heidelin's power hath taken its toll, but she will recover in due course. As for Alphino and Alice, they insisted on remaining in Garlemald while we three rushed to your aid. It appears, however, that matters here have already come to a conclusion.
I think I found it.
Says remodel interior option inside housing. According to Keldeo.
Oh yes, there it is. Thank you.
She got it. Thanks, guys.
Oh, that looks awesome.
But what manner of conclusion, if I might ask? And is this the ally whom Heidelin bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Amarat. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Heidelin, together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiark, or rather, it was my duty. If you guys are excited for some Paper Mario, Amy's going to be playing at least a single stream of it. She got a single stream request tomorrow that she'll be playing on her channel. It'll be her first time playing Paper Mario 64. Then Zodiac is no more? By the way, how's the sound levels? And not without consequence, I am afraid, for now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of... Oh boy. Are you alright? Audio good? Excellent. My attempts to forestall Zodiac's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I will share with you all I can. Please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? May we peruse them while we wait? By all means. If you would review them chronologically, might I suggest beginning with those on the upper floor? I shall leave that to you, Milan, while I see what can be gleaned from the crystals on these lower levels. I was talking about this with Amy, but with us defeating Zodiac, our new old friend is gone. Which is very sad.
Wish we could put a glamour chest in our house.
Oh, yeah. This is the better of the bad things. All right. Let's read his life story. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary: no abnormalities detected. Blech. These appear to be records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. The records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiac's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiac's imprisonment appears to tax Heidelin greatly. Makes sense. I don't know if she has an option to play the full game for a request lass. When it comes to Super Paper Mario, you don't have that option, do you?
For what?
A full game request.
No,
I didn't think so. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flow through your mind. The records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiac broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with the Loporites, though it's not clear who or what they are.
they have to request a one-time stream several times.
Yeah.
Because I can pick up a game from where I left off.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have any that goes through the whole game because it takes me so long.
Yeah. As you gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realized we would never dare bring harm to Zodiark so long as he remains imprisoned. Did you learn anything of import? So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral Calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. The heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Hydaelyn. When the Watcher said when he was created together with this place, I thought he only meant this facility. Truly, Hydaelyn's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. Yep. All moons are artificial. Oh, nice. I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary.
Yeah, I guess it determines
to
like daytime and whatnot.
But perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
That's just pretty. Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Aetheris. Ooh, we got a name for the original world. One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, afflicting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict where next the corruption would manifest. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. The currents which course through the land and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Let me raise the audio a bit for the Alright, raise it up a bit. Let me know if this is better, Time Sage. Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without clear cause ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed, there was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac, herself, and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him to in this place. It's fascinating getting this extra context. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. Perhaps she did, but as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with spoken word. Hydaelyn and Zodiac are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiac was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half of Aetherius' population. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly, but with what power she dared spare, she cried out to anyone who might listen and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aetherius and her history. Like Zodiac, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wish to look to the future and not linger in a prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
It's almost like it's basically confirmation there are no true gods in this world. Oh. Up at the very top. No, stop at the top floor. See the thing says pointing up? The nomenclature is more fitting than you know. I guess there is the 12, but we'll see if they're actually what they're all about. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. Oh gosh. So we die, and everybody dies. So all that work we did on the first, gone. What?
Oh, I guess I'm missing stuff.
basically, we just found out if the source falls, so does every other.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Oh, it. I mean, with us called the source, yeah. Ah, it is ready. This way, if you would be so kind. A beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiark and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. This moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing the people of Etheirys to safe harbor. Huh. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them and fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the Dark. Oh, I believe that, Fa56. Nobody really likes the Epic Games launcher. It's no moon, it's a space station. Oh my god. It's a vessel! I have level 525. There we go. Finally got a better weapon for us. The Red Pine Sphere. Okay, I wasn't thinking too much of it until it started glowing. Whoops. Oh, cool. It does a little twirly thing. Oh, that's fun at least. Oh, that's neat. I'm easily amused. Here, if you can see real quick.
I just watched it, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, easily amused. Helping hands. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamentorum, where Zodiark was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed. However, let us call upon Argos, the familiar whom you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across. As Hydaelyn created me as the jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange, mayhap the imbalancing of ether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand, and attempt to call him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you will find your way. If he labors in service of Hydaelyn's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand then? Yeah, you guys went to go down the long way. Aha! I have a ghost! It's the first I've really had any time to really ride on the Whisper mount. I like how his tail twists. Mm-hmm.
It fits for some reason.
Yeah.
The aesthetic. Did you get flashes of Final Fantasy XIV when she got the little
Oh, yeah. Hi, Bugenhagen. Thank you, Stene, for the guidance. Uh-oh. You know, I think I might look a little silly riding in this thing. Still can't make it across. So far, it seems like air travel is probably most appreciated here. Naught could prepare me for the boundless beauty of Aetheris, shining, shimmering amidst a sea of stars. A blue sapphire, and but one of countless other jewels brimming with life, no doubt. With a little preparation, it might be possible to traverse the gap on foot. Then again, it'd be a long way down if one should slip. Perhaps another time. So close and yet so far. Does not the harsh terrain remind you somewhere we've been before? The Dravanian Forelands, aye? A place that rejects the intrusion of outsiders, where solitude reigns supreme. At the very least, it sounds suitable for Zodiark's prison. The place we seek is just ahead at the Chloros Forgot. What the hell? You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You'd be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Yes, here we'll do nicely. The lunar spawn guy draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the Sponjoy along? What the hell? Some weird terminology here. Hey, Kobama. Gotta love how Thancred's thinking we're gonna get like a hellhound for the guard. Argos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again. A most fascinating creation of Hydaelyn's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier in the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now it seems. I cannot recall when last he showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions... I did not notice that the dog's hair is kind of like Minfilia's. That's kind of funny. Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. It has to be this way. Yep. Crazy, right? Something less man best friend. So many dogs, so many Argoses. Oh, Eggroll, thank you very much for the 400 bits, saying, well, if no one's going to take death, I suppose I will. I also started rewatching your Devil Summoner 2 playthrough, and it's hard to believe it has been 2 years since that ended. Has it really? Holy crap. Ah, the plural of Argos is our guy. He's our guy, all right. Your destination is the structure with air across the cradle of darkness.
Here's my weapon for my danger dancer. My dancer is 525. This one's 515. The new one's 513.
I mean, it's probably the most useful in the duties and whatnot. So probably your dancer.
Thank you.
Yep. But climb onto Argos's back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiark's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side. So perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first while Thrankard and Oriange wait here. Soon it'll be 3 years since you regularly started tuning into the streams. Wow. Hard to believe it's been so long. That's... wow. That's a hell of a sight. Gotta appreciate the tour. Yeah. No, that's cool. It gets all spinny and comes together. No. It's a big door. This structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amarantine. Apologies for the wait. Right then, let us head inside and... oh? You can see Aetheris in the sky now. Oh, I didn't realize that you could actually see that planet. Most intriguing. A means by which he can conserve energy, mayhap. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. What's up? Oh, Amy might need a bit of a guide. Follow Arjun, I believe. You have to go through some caverns along the cliff face. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. Everybody on their Argos. Best ways burrow. Seems like a pretty cool area. Its skill is reminiscent of Amarat, or rather the replica we visited on the first.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Oh, more than likely Kolux. They probably had that in their back pocket with the announcement at their shareholder meeting. Aww. They're adorable.
I've been waiting to see them. Yes.
What triumphant music. Lon Lon with a tier 1 subscription, 34 months now, saying, "Hello, Parrots!" Do I recognize them?
Thank you, Arjun, by the way.
Are they from Final Fantasy IV as well? It's been a while. Welcome to Amy's favorite part of Endwalker, if not 14 as a whole. Oh my gosh. They are, oh my god. Based on the Hummingways, I see. The DS remake. Ah, they were in there. They're right.
Look lively, everyone. I know. This 1,243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Aetheris to safety. Our time has come, my friends!
Yay, everybody's about to die.
We must be
we could be useful.
swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
They're freaking adorable.
Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Heidelin just likes cute things.
I'm on board with this.
Perhaps.
When we get a chance, get into a fight in the facility. Oh, that is some Final Fantasy IV music going on right now. I don't know the name of the song, but I recognize it. Ooh, new shirt. They must be the Loporits mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about it in order to track them down. Come on then, let us be about it. I think this is the overworld music for 4, right? This sounds like the overworld music. We got to attune. Oh, town music, okay. Attuned. Ah, camping way. Trading way. I love it. Oh, ether current. Fighting and dancing way. Yep, hold on. I'm going up there. I don't want to forget this one. Where's streaming way? I'm streaming way. Little Pirates are the second tribals. I have heard about that. Honestly, pretty good set of beast tribes for this expansion. It's cool to see everything, isn't it? Oh. If Torgal comes out, I gotta pet him. That's good. God, I love this. The leader of the crew, not me, I'm afraid. Singing Way's the name. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Aetheris, and that's a promise. Is there a Hemming's way? That'd be amazing. What's I still have to say? Ah, that's the melody they sing in for. It's been a while since it's been a while since I played 4DS. But I actually really like 4DS. Guiding way, weaving way. Leader? No. Sleeping way? My job is... perhaps I better ask. Which way? In case you missed the reference in 4DS, Naming Way couldn't change anyone's names because of voice acting, so he goes on a side quest to find himself renaming himself Something Way every time. Ah, that's right. Splitting Way. Nothing way. That's literally it. Nothing way. Pfft, wow. Depressing way. Recording way. Highway. Milky Way. Oh my god. How in the... This way, that away.
Cute.
When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told?
Oh, yay. They did the da-da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with hum hum hum.
Oh, Final Fantasy XIV jingle is so good.
What was that supposed to be? Your humming, if one can even call it that, is atrociously off key.
This is so
It should
cool.
sound something more like this. Gangway. Giveaway.
I love this so much. I wonder if this is Mary's favorite part.
Maybe.
This is so cute.
As leader of the Loperits, I cannot allow substandard attempts at musicality to go unremarked, even if you are a guest. But being the magnanimous sort that I am, I'll forgive you this once. I want it that way.
I want it that way.
Well, looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it. Is this all of them? A group comprised entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery after all, though perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already?
I want to be a bunny like this.
No matter, you needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing about gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you could run along back toward the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform in the upper area. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's the large glowing ball at the center, if you should find yourselves lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there. I guess we would look like children to them. Well then, back to the upper floor it is. DGC wants to be the ways as well. Well, up we go. Why not Junking Way or Mender Way? What a shame. Gotta stay on theme. Lopirit's better than Vera. Sorry I said it. No, you're not wrong. Single way. Nawa's here.
No, hello.
What was the name of the way of the Lopirit that took over Square Enix official Twitter? Probably Tweeting Way? Wobbling Way, Flopping Way. Oh yeah, totally. That's why they thought us children.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loperits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Atheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name, map breather and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense.
Whoops.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Atheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well. I shall elaborate further.
I love their voices. Dang.
Here we have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now.
So the planet is not actually called Hydaelyn, it's called Atheris.
Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
That's so freaking funny.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings.
Oh, wow.
And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising
Yeah, I remember
candidates
Venar.
for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists. much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon? Heidelin herself led you here. You don't say. Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
I think Living Way might be my new favorite character.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh,
It's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
one of the first books sent to us. A compendium
Yes.
of the people of Atheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed.
It's an instruction manual back in the old days of gaming.
The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
Well, panic way.
Building Way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them. But me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Oh no.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
Hey, Karagosa. No worries about not being here long. Taking a small break and trying out Link's Awakening. Cool. Hope you enjoy it. It's nice after such dark tidings we can just have silliness again with all this. Alright. So chest gear, which finally... It's only three above, but I want to see new stuff. So we're going to do it. Ooh. I think I might like this thing. Oh, I like this coat. Oh, I dig this. It's a little puffy in the arms, but yeah. There we go. All the gear you get, yeah, this level matches that for all the armor types, gray with black and blue, with gray with black and light blue accents, and I love it. Yeah, it's good stuff. Thank Grid is not looking forward to this. What's mapping they say? Purple carrot juice. Okay. Right then, now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it is imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there is anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here at Bestway's Burrow, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with your foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. The Caratorium. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of a theorist rotting to its core being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more of the Lapurits and this vessel. Okay. Seem to be able to take a dive from here. Oh god! I'm okay. Unfortunately, it wasn't my ankles. Well, kind of my ankles. Let's just hope this thing has good shock absorbers. Wow, that little bit was enough to get me my level. Wow, you'll love the next bit of space, Amy.
Huh?
You'll love the next area. When you go to the Caratorium. Okay, we do have some. Somebody said to get into a battle, so we're gonna do that. Yes. Yes! Best expansion. Best expansion. Oh, good night, Gregster. Take care. How long has it been since they checked in on us? Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cooking Way, pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small part of trial and error, but after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we've received. Why, I practically worn the words of those from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered the ease of growth and production. It will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up, and we're all quite famished. Hop along the platforms here and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. I'm gonna have to really focus on getting my red mage leveled up because my dragoon's only 3 levels from max, which is weird. Find a rainbow colored assortment of carrots. Let's have the vibrant yellow carrot. While it has no peculiar smell to speak of, the yellow variant is unusually light and springy. These qualities, together with its excessive length and girth, would lead anyone to question whether it is indeed a carrot. Let's go for it. On second thought, you would like to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it is safe to eat first. Oh, how many sales are they going to get from Kingdom Hearts right off the bat? So many. So, did any of our selections set your mouth to watering? Even Vera likely to swoon at the sight of so grand a carrot. That or be offended by others who assume that they would. Oh my god. Ah, yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please, dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. I'm curious what...
I love the miniaturization. Like, she's having a hard time wrapping her head around how small we are.
Oh, it is... This is so funny. Eat the obscenely large carrot. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. You snap off a piece of the carrot, enjoying its crunchy texture. Righteous confidence surges within you, a certainty that you are the center of the universe, that all creation is a story and you are the star, beloved and perfect and special, a god worthy of worship and prayer, or at least, the very least, a second roll should the dice treat you poorly. What the hell? Oh, lucky carrot. Cool. Hey, Blabler, and thank you very much for the happy partner anniversary wishes. Didn't even realize it was that. Had been happening. What'd you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? The lucky carrot is, well, to be honest, we're not quite sure how it was first made. A happy accident, you might say. But as the name suggests, after eating one, you'll feel blessed with good fortune. We have plenty of other varieties, too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. I can certainly see demand for this in Charlayan. Charlayan? What in blazes is that? I take it you too had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and not else. If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on Etheirys? Surely you are aware that we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Of course we are, but, well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it'd be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. That's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways, but our primary concern was efficiency, and what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? A rather strange approach for one to take named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the Old Tongue. You know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language. Adverbs, gerunds, present continuous verb conjugations, just the basics. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thou thy kind deem such a change necessary? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Etheirys as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the main menu. You finally reached the Carrotorium. I knew you'd like all the rainbow crystals. You'll have to tell me which color carrot you pick. A Kurthan carrot from Gralia. Not quite so big. Thankford liked them. Ooh, new pants. Are you equipping? Did you equip the new stuff to your? Yeah, real quick. I want to see it. Well, you can't. Well, you'll be in that cutscene for a bit, so don't worry about it. I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way. Oh, these are going to be huge on us. Oh, that's right. You're right here. We're going to see Amy's new outfit. Or new top. Oh, that's a dancer outfit, huh?
Yep.
Not what I expect.
The red is not. And the pants.
Right, but the blue and gray. Yeah, you're kind of missing your pants.
Well, I have pants. They're just dancer pants.
There's very little pants there, I gotta say.
Basically underwear and that's it.
I like it though. Have you gotten to a battle yet? Ah, you gotta hear the music.
Vibrant yellow, is that what you think?
Yes.
Should I pick a different one?
Yeah. Whichever one you want.
Alright.
Okay.
From front to tip and scratches over the most more immaculate specimen of a nevertheless. If not for its excessive length and girth, one might be used in ordinary carriage.
Not. Yeah, I ate this one, but you eat it later, huh? They all have the same description, basically. Well, not exactly the same, but they're all huge. Everything's huge because everybody else was huge. Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the selfsame affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time.
Read the description.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
What?
Someone just did like a little DJ move next to me.
Oh, nice.
Who was that?
I
I think that was that Joe? Somebody did some musical thing.
don't know.
I didn't get to see who it was.
That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magical inn was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra vis we needed. Oh my gosh, fifth in line, Nemours obsession. Oh, that's fun.
See? That's so cool.
Yeah.
So that's what the music is? Is that what music is?
No, get into a fight.
I know, but it's the music Joe just did.
Might be, I don't know. I didn't hear it. That is the classic Final Fantasy IV battle theme.
That's cool.
Yep. My, how resourceful. Oh yeah, the number 13. The trailer was posted 13 hours before the premiere, and the game releases on June 13th. Of course. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume, this has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers and they will see to the rest. Oh boy. This ought to be something.
Did you read anything about... Did you pick the orange one?
I picked the yellow one.
Because it says there's a satisfying crunch as you sink your teeth into the orange skin and a warm tingling sensation runs down your spine. With the second bite, a wave of euphoria washes over you and you drown in bliss. Alas, as you finish, the elation fades, leaving you with a desperate craving for another carrot.
Mine was like, you feel as if you're a god. And you can take on anything.
I wonder what the blue one does.
You'll get descriptions of the others.
Oh, okay.
But
So you heard that one.
I got the lucky carrot. That mine was officially called the lucky carrot.
So I would have picked the lucky one.
If you picked yellow, yes.
That's what I was going to pick.
Oh,
But
funny.
You told me to pick a different one.
Yeah, because I chose it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, it's just different descriptions.
Yeah. Happiness is the carrot of happiness.
Ah, I got the happy carrot. Now you need,
So bleeding carrots and dream carrots.
blue was probably dream, red was probably bleed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now you need to play Final Fantasy IV. It's short and a good game. Ah, it's you, one of the visitors from Aetheris. Goodness me, Mapping Way wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Oh right, you're here to try on a set of clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? Embodies my bloodlust, something simple yet functional, or a fashionable and refined ensemble. Amy, what are you gonna pick for your clothes next? Would you outfit that embodies your bloodlust, something simple yet functional, or fashionable and refined?
Fashionable.
Okay. I would go with what I would typically pick in real life. Simple yet functional. Simple and functional. Right. This will only take a moment. Yep, should have known. Boring. Should have went with Bloodlust. There we are, all finished. A perfect fit, if I do say so myself. Nothing too billowy or frilly, as you can see. Also light and durable. Sure to serve you well with wherever your travels might take you.
I think Joe likes it. Simple and functional.
Would you look at that? Speechless. And here I thought you might not like it. Level 1.0 caster gear, yeah. If you've a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. Oh no, I have to continue wearing these in order to progress. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for garment changes area of effect. Speak with the restless Lopur to restore or prolong the garment change. Oh my god. Nawa says actual physical pain from this quest. I'm curious what the others look like, Nawa. Oh, you picked this one? Oh, no. I'm curious what Amy's will look like when she goes for fashionable. I'm surprised you didn't pick fashionable. Oh, Time Sage did fashionable and got something very different. Oh, she picked Bloodlust. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess we'll find out with fashionable. Probably all the same. No one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? You wish to try my clothes? Really? Of course, it'd be my honor. Did you have anything in mind? Got anything with a little more flair? I think I can handle that. Let's see. This should do. Better. Not great. Some of my best work yet. Times and taste truly have changed. It used to be so rare for anyone to request clothing with a focus on form over function.
She said, "You're beautiful."
Yeah. Thankfully, I had a spare concept for robes made using a different fabric. I think it looks rather fetching. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Why don't you go and show Living Way? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. Oh boy. That is something. That's closer to what you remember. All right. It's the exact same. Except you have a mask. Although it makes sense. Yeah, no, you because on me, I have my headgear hidden. It didn't show the mask, so you would look like one of the Amurats.
Oh, right.
You're dressed like the Amurats, which is why it's so simple. My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. Shh, you needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and we loporits in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same having sampled our creations. Oh, I didn't get the mask because I asked for function over form. Oh my god! Oh, there's the mask. Sorry to have kept you waiting. They insisted we sample all of their concepts ere we returned. Honestly, it's vaguely reminiscent of what she originally wore in 1 and 2.0. Verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. Oh my god.
Why are there enemies in here and they're called caretakers? Like, why?
I have no idea.
Are we supposed to be protected in here?
I think it's past time we return these clothes. Mage Sentai. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that in his time everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette.
Yes, but a little more
Oh yeah, that's what I end up choosing. I'm sure it's always the same. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetheris, they will most certainly have need of your attire. 'Tis clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my taste, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and the potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we'd memorized every tome we'd received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. No, I can't right now.
Explain your outfit. I dare you.
There are some who might agree. People who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even if they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidelin's love for Aetheris, and that the salvation of the people on that star, and that star alone, has ever been our aim.
Moriyashi likes it.
Of course he does. You saw what he wore for how long. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all.
Thank you. Looks like a pin.
I suppose you're right. Living Way, might we have leave to explore Best Ways Burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? My apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Aetheris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Aetheris refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon. I'm just going to teleport back. Actually, can I even go up that way? I don't think I can. Oh, Going Way's down here. Okay, cool. Thought I'd go all the way up. You're here. I did see that. Nawa's Loperate name is going to be By the Way. Steiny is going to be Gambling Way. What would mine be? Probably just Writing Way. Everything way. Everything way.
Everything way. Derek way.
Yeah. Vibing way. There you go. Reading way. You're here. You're really here. Thank you.
Passionate way.
Multi-passionate way. There you go. No worries, Geeky Griffin. We've been enjoying the Loperates, that's for sure. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Milan Yata. Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, Milan, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready.
Ready in the teleporter.
Not a massive fan of the collar of the shirt, but that's okay.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Oh no.
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand?
Oh my god, I just realized who the collaborators are. I'm not gonna say it.
Seen the moon for yourself. You could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly
Nope.
unsatisfied with our work.
Are you caught? Okay. Should I tell you what I think?
Sure.
What's all the secretive nature about and all the preparation happening in Charlayan?
Oh.
Yeah. All of a sudden
That's a
that
good idea.
all of a sudden that plot point comes roaring back.
Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot
that's how they
pursue
would know about the
perfection
final
at
days,
the
'cause
expense
they'd
of
have that
practicality.
and be like,
The
yep.
difficult
Yep,
choices
exactly.
must often be made for the greater good.
So now they should know the final days are coming.
Yep.
But yeah, that's why they're building all that stuff.
And so
in
fate
that
doth conspire
secondary
to set my feet upon this
below
path
ground
once more.
Mm-hmm.
Come
I
again?
can't believe I totally forgot about that.
That's okay.
I was just like thinking that you meant
Idle musings.
who else is like that.
'Tis no trifle, thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
They're very much the Loporrits definitely come across a lot like the Mughals from Final Fantasy XII.
Yeah.
Poor Oriange, even he's remarking, it's like, oh god, they're making me go against my friends again, keep secrets from my friends again. What the hell?
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see.
Did they talk
But you're
to
still
him
in one
because it
piece.
looks like the
So, all's well that ends well. Yeah?
No, it's because he came across the most practical
Why
and
not
actually
again?
seemed to like some
I
of the
promise.
stuff they came up with.
I was wondering why they picked him separately.
Yeah, they explained why. Weird Living Way did. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I have rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. Shame you couldn't see it, though. You really would have liked it. Got some pants. Oh yeah, Amy. You need to see if you already have this thing I found at the...
Just gave me the outfit for this one.
Oh, the complete outfit? So for the Mogpendium going on, there's a... one of the things you have to do is the Palace of the Dead, and I was working on it. And one of the things I found was this Moonfire halter, which I can't wear.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's kind of swimwear outfit. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Here's the outfit for me, by the way. For healer, this is what it looks like.
Oh, nice. I like the hat. Looks good. Look very military-ish with your face covered so much. All's veil that ends veil. Oh my god. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that.
Here's the pants instead of the dancer pants for the dancer outfit.
That's not too bad. Oh, I dig it. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Aetheris wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Curatorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the borough. Follow me. Hey, here's live. We are checking out the our new friends, the Loporrits. Side quests are starting to pop up. There we go.
You can use the teleporter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're still waiting on friends to pick up some Mountain Dew so we can get that. But we have time. Good, you're here. Through this door is greatest End's Veil. It was named as such because it's the veil and it's the veil to end all veils. The most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand the people of Etheirys enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Thanks, Amy. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain? This way. What lovely beast that we're riding. I know. Oh, God. Hey, there's Reading Way. Moping Way. I'm jealous. Yeah, I haven't heard anything back from Thad, but yeah. I've realized that we need a do guy. Yeah, but they I don't think they have specially marked ones yet. That's the tricky part. Yeah. This is quite the forest.
This is not what I would consider a forest. I couldn't see the
Oh, that's good. I didn't get that yet. So what did you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? You pick that first and I'll pick another one.
You're pulling my tail. You're in the forest right now.
It says as transcendent as burying your face into Chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff.
Ew.
Oh my gosh. Have their special flavor, none with the codes. That's a pain in the butt.
Then Runway said, building this place will be challenging. Let me tell you, since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone the forest.
Oh no. You really think so? Truly? Hearing you say that means more to me than you know. Personally, I'd say this place is the pride of the borough. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as that you'd find in a forest on Etheirys. The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent to making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you do with a stretch yourself. If that's the spirit, I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight worth the many years spent building this place. It is very spherical. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through this forest with someone from Etheirys. Could we maybe... You will? Oh, be still my quivering whiskers. Alright. Got Growing Way hanging out with us this time. Naturally. Talk about confusing if we had the Naming Way. Actually, you have Naming Way. I made sure of that.
That's what I asked for.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask if you can taste the rainbow.
Oh my gosh. I was thinking, Milan, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiark, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Hydaelyn gave us our first task, furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travels to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Hydaelyn shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. Check out his special conversation here. What? No, I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals on Aetheris, but we do not eat them, and certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Hydaelyn's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Aetheris. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example. Put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. Of course, this was all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiark in check. Lick the crystal. If only we could! Sadly, we are not allowed. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all of this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And there's that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, when that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Aetheris. The Allegan's mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiark. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I can't tell you how relieved we were when Hydaelyn informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day. And the Loporrits hummed. Yay. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact they're massive crystals and not trees. I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather, a close approximation of it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. We need to get these Loporrits on Aetheris. Yes, so the version on Steam for Final Fantasy IV was originally on DS, but I believe it was also the PSP port, and it's actually kind of the it and the Final Fantasy 3D version of 3 are kind of the best versions because they maintain the stuff that you can no longer get in the original DS versions. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh right. The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which is all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Aetheris. Oh, good night, Cat Evie. Take care. Why not go and visit Aetheris yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Hydaelyn. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people on Aetheris we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. Interesting getting this recontextualization of some of the history. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like Greatest Ensvale. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. There you are. Oh, okay. I take it you've already received the Grand Tour? A shame we missed it. Growing Way, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, so you are all the more welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Come along, Growing Way. Blah. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? So I think the first time I've actually completed 4 Soth was on the DS, and I did not have a hard time with it, because that game specifically is meant to screw with old school players. And because I was an old school player, it was all just natural to me, and I beat the game without any real issue.
What are you talking about?
Final Fantasy IV DS.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Soul Warrior!
Happy they are!
Thank you so much for that raid. Neko Arc Catastrophe. What the heck? What were you playing? But thank you so much for that raid. We are currently playing through Final Fantasy XIV as we're doing our best to get through Endwalker before Dawn Trail arrives so that we can be content current. Time Sage might recognize it. Melty Blood. Yep, Melty Blood type Lumina. I have never played that. Very cool. Well, thank you. I hope you had a lot of fun with that. I really hope that was a good time. Were you playing online or against other people? Story mode. I didn't even realize it had a story mode. Last anime fighter I really played was Blaze Blue, but even then it's been a long time. Let's see. They've spent 12,000 years preparing for this? With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who could readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. What's Tsukihime, 556? Is that a new DLC character? Whoever these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. From the studio that does the Fate series, I see. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly.
Wouldn't it be cool if we could transform this place to a really awesome, like, arc? You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's still kind of cool, but certainly not what you'd expect.
It's like big and empty.
Yeah. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There's another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Oh, Melty Blood is a spin-off from Tsukihime. I see. Their first visual novel. Okay. I have no idea about that series whatsoever. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you'll excuse me. I say we go tail him. Tis clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Prepare for the evacuation of Aetheris is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I am not alone in my reticence. Time for feet.
Say what now?
Time for new boots. Oh, goodness. Did Oriange seem strange to you? More so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's alright? Ishtola and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. Alright. Oh, Oriange. You'd think you'd stop this by now. Maybe. No empowered CL. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know those characters, but I'm glad you've been enjoying it, Soul Warrior.
Why is Oriange gotta be so shady all the time?
I know, right?
Remember how I didn't trust him for a long time?
Oh, it took you a long time to trust him.
I don't even know if I fully trust him again.
I think I trust him. I think he's just... As now I was saying, is like, probably should stop keeping secrets that you're not comfortable with keeping. Granblue versus releasing your favorite character of Granblue, Beatrix? The only Beatrix I know is, well, that and Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX, who was friggin' awesome. I guess that... Well, that's Bellatrix.
Oh, right. But the other one was right, though.
Yes. Up we go. Oriange, stop being dumb. Seems like tonight's going to be mostly just hanging out with the Loporits. It's like we go back and forth. Story, action, story, action. Oriange ventures off into the Mare Lamentorum for reasons unknown. You must tread carefully, else he might sense your presence. Oh, got stealth. I see a big rock. I'll wait for him to get a little bit further ahead. And once he gets past that rock, we'll go.
I think I was in this one. He's definitely gonna spot us.
Of course he is. soon as I was stepping out to follow him, he's went, "Who's there?" And I dashed back in. Ah, yes, we're now stealthing way. .556, I will read that as soon as we're finished telling Oriange. There we go. To put it in the most simple terms possible, Tsukihime is a visual novel from the devs of Fate before creating Fate that their characters would be used for Melty Blood. Fate would overshadow Tsukihime, that the remake is announced in 2008, and it wouldn't be released until 2021, and for this July is finally releasing internationally. Holy crap. That's ridiculous.
Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume? 'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so?
He's going to do it in Dawntrail again, isn't he?
Intuited at a glance. My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity. When Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life, I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy.
It's like this is Oriange's arc.
Would that I could say the same for Minfilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade and Flamine, her beloved daughter. Two souls whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives. Ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbritter, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today. Selfish wants born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning. One which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
What choice did you pick?
I said the middle one.
Sometimes there's no right answer.
And he said sage advice.
I am not alone in my discomfort, then?
I am not alone in my discomfort then.
And and then he talked about how
Tis surprising,
he was surprised
though
that
perhaps not.
the knowledge from
We
the great
Scions are
was
wont to
bestowed
debate
on
strategy
us.
at length, but are resolute and
Okay.
unwavering in execution.
What's his second thing he said?
'Tis surprising, though perhaps not. We Scions are wont to debate strategy at length, but are resolute and unwavering in execution.
Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly.
Later, Soul Warrior. Get some food. Hopefully you...
Something like speaking candidly. Did we say that too?
Yes, that was the next one.
I was thinking we never talked candidly.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for the raid, Soul Warrior. And get some food and just thanks for stopping by. Really do appreciate it.
I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
What are they saying? Curse these ears! I've had bugger all!
I love these things.
No matter. We've got our plans.
What are they up to? Oh yeah, naming way so tiny. He is very cute though. In truth, my reason for traveling hither was to effect a plan of my own, a plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone, that failure should it come, would be mine to bear alone. Yet thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity, and so I ask, wouldst thou join in mine endeavor? He's so tiny. The what? Ooh, fancy boots. Looks like I just need head and hands for this set. Yeah, I'll take a look. Oh, speaking of, here's hands. Weird. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan, in truth. We should not be long away from Bestway's burrow. Huh. Odd. I'm keeping the coffers for other jobs, Geeky Griffin, but I'm out of space for certain things. I probably should hire another retainer, just so I could toss all those coffers in there at the very least. Maybe I'll do that soon-ish. Difficult decisions that must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Aetheris. To make clear our resolve to the Loporrits, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Yeah, maybe it's best if I finally hire another retainer. I just don't know what job I would make it. No, it's fine. I'm guessing it's over this pink thing over here. Is it called a Daphnia? Yeah, I'm aware of that. I just never. Oh, I do see it. Yeah, it's cute. Make it a red mage? I guess I could make it a red mage, but I was told to make my other retainer a gatherer. Because right now, yeah, right now I have my other is my first is a dragoon, so
But you have to level up.
yeah, I know I have to level up the gatherer, but I'm not sure which. So I'm not sure which gatherer I would do. Ah, an abundance of spung joy, excellent. Yeah, I cannot level you. Yeah, I know. So I haven't really bothered with it. So that's why I also haven't done it. Yeah, is it better to have a fishing retainer, or is it better to have one of the other gatherers? I don't know. I chanced to spy this aggression when crossing Zodiark's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by the new Mo, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. Oh, I see, Nawa. I have one monk and one miner. There's benefits to all of them. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll just make whatever I have the highest of my gatherers. I'll take a look then. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch while I perform the incantation? So, real quick. My highest is a miner at level 36. You can see I've not done much with the gathering aspect.
And it clogs up your inventory. Don't do it.
Yep. That's why I haven't. Oh yeah, I probably should do that, huh? As soon as I finish killing these things. I doubt we'll get anything, like we're doing anything major tonight. I didn't gather till recently a piece of glamour gear was locked behind level 80 delivery chain, so I pushed Fisher to 90 pretty quickly. Yeah, I heard fishing is maybe one of the best ones because nobody really likes fishing, but it also takes a while to level it up, so it's like, do I? Oriange remains fixated on his work. I like the new look. There, 'tis done. A magic ink. Every ounce is efficacious as that crafted by the new Mo. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but it is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is admittedly possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Loporettes will appreciate. Maybe ocean fishing helps a lot. So, yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. I'll think about it. At the very least, I'll get a retainer and at least start out with fishing and then go from there. Milan, Oriange, oh, thank goodness. I thought you'd been eaten or had perhaps fallen into a crater. Mine got to 80 in minutes because of ocean fishing? Holy crap. Ishtola has been looking all over for you, Milan. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Milan alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Oriange. But worry not, it just so happens we need your help with an errand, delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Bestway's Burrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor Loporettes, and we'd be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. Yeah, that's what are they up to? What are you gonna say? Or would you?
Care for helping hand
Uh, extra pair. Okay, that's convenient. Suspiciously convenient. Are you insinuating I would betray the trust of Heidelin's chosen, or worse, do anything to risk getting on Yashtola's bad side? Well, they figured her out quick.
They basically told me that Urianger is enough. That's fine. You don't want to get Stola on her bad side. Things seem prickly.
Yeah.
That's what they told me. And then Urianger was like, it'll be fine.
She's clearly not one to be crossed, nor made to wait. Now, off with you. Worry not, Milan. I shan't be long.
Yeah,
Yeah, I figured that's why we'd link up.
I got it.
Oh, okay. Ocean fishing also gives Mog tomes. Ah. I level fishing with almost no fishing. I just give the fish to the grain company that I bought off the board. I guess that is another method. I do have some extra money thanks to all the stuff I've been selling with my retainer. Just haven't actually looked how much money that is yet though. Maybe I should do that at the end of this just to see how much. Because right now I've been stuck at like 2.5 million for a while. Not that I spend a ton of it. But it would be funny to see just how much money I actually have. The Grand Company turn-ins. Okay. I have to think about that. I don't know. It can get expensive since fishers take advantage of those of us who do not want to fish. And that's why I want to be a fisher. Everything's alright with the Urianger then. That's a relief. Oh, Milan, we thought you'd be away for far longer. A dire emergency. I said no such thing, but as you are here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Running Way, a companion of Growing Ways, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he's determined to live up his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest, or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? What's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here, maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice, and... No? Well, if it's really that important. You can try using these balls of moose flesh, not to be confused with the other thing. Oh my god. Running Way's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble fighting him in a crowd. And when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Oh my god. Crude, but if it proves effective. He was here in Greatest Innsvale when last I saw him. Let us split up and find him. Or we're just having a ball right now. Alright, let's find this runaway. Oh, I think I got him. I was unassuming. Larg, what happened? Oh, failed.
The actual one ran by. Did he come back around? I missed him.
I mean, I just hit the wrong one entirely, so... Does it actually say run...
He does come back around, but it takes a long time.
Does it actually say run away?
Yeah. It says Remingway? Question.
Oh, that's smart. If this was meant to be a joke, it isn't funny. There we go. Yeah, I just smacked another one right in the face. Yes, I'm running away. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of moose flesh? The only thing that would make it funnier if they were actually if we were actually tossing tea bags at him. I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we got time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the great voyage. It's true that Hydaelyn did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other Loporrit around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they better hope I don't get my paws on them. Sorry I couldn't be of more help, but if there's nothing else, I've work to do. And I'm off. Ooh, where at? Are you turning in the quest? I think. Yes, I see it now. I figured. Whoops, looks like I hit a button. I'll go. Oh, these are the only two we found, is the ones we found tonight. God, there's so many. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? So he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yes, that's it. I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Oriange? I assume you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he'll be returning? On his way to the Watcher's Palace with Livingway. Between Growing Way's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Oriange a hand. What? Now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including that pertaining to the final days. Aha. Gloves. Yeah, I like the look. This is not with all the gloves and whatnot. I think we look pretty good. Oh, what to do. I promised Livingway I would help, but... No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing. Follow me. I suspect the Loporrits are up to something, but there's ought to be learned from the final days. I think it's best we play along. For now, at least. Oh, later here is live. Okay, yeah, we're definitely all those Ether Current quests are starting to pop up. This way, actually. Oh wait, where's those teleporters at? Is it this? Is this it? Did you use a teleporter, Amy, or did you just go up?
What are you talking about? I'm collecting the quest to the ether.
Oh, you're doing that. I'm not going to worry about. Oh, they're on the. Whoops, they're on the stairs on the map. I see. Yeah, definitely faster to go over there. Thank you. Yeah, there it says teleporter. Go, my fat chocobo. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I have a map, Thancred, so I don't know what's your problem. The archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go find whoever has the key. Growing way, enough. If you've not else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Aetheris, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. Ah, so that's Livingway's game. Run us about in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Oriange. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. I fear you've misjudged us, Growing Way. Never have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Aetheris and her reflections to their doom. If there's a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Aetheris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Oh, we have to fight them. They're so adorable. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let us reconvene where Argos awaits outside. Sorry, Amy, we have to beat up the bunnies.
No.
Oh no, we have to fight Growing Way. Poor Growing Way. Alright. Oh, another ether current. North of the giant ball on the second floor, Amy. Another ether current. Yeah, second floor on the north side. Oh, I know we're not killing him. Huh? You have to look for the stairs on the map.
Oh, you don't use it.
Yeah, well you do. There's stairs on the map. Like if you look at the map, you'll see stair indicators. See the ones that point up? Those are the teleporters. That's what Geeky Griffin pointed out to me. We didn't have to fight that many at the very least. They're like biological robots who can't see past their programming. They did seem to have a slight tinge of robot to their voices.
What, the bunnies?
Yeah, like when they were when Living Way was commanding the others.
Yeah.
Good, you're here. We must hurry to the Watcher's Palace and find Oriange. Now they're all sleeping way.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Atheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. 'Tis clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated
I like Thinkridge
nomenclature
reacting to
doth
that
ensure
line.
clarity of purpose.
Makes them think of Reese.
There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Atheris is boundless and pure.
Or Reen, not Reese.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loperids were born of Hydaelyn's love for Atheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us. Help us help Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit, and
It's
his
a good
devotion
moment
to
for
charting the
Oriange.
furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Puddingway.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure. But one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words.
About what?
Place, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's part of the Brotherhood thing.
Yes.
A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate.
Nah, I like this moment with Oriange a lot.
Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee. Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Livingway's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
Forward way.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order. Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's. of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Honestly, I think this is one of Oriange's best moments. That flower, how came it into your possession? How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions, intentions which remain a mystery even to us. In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name. Elpis sounds familiar as a name. I'm not sure if it's from Final Fantasy, though.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Atheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Time to get confirmation.
The Charlean Forum.
Ah, I totally got it.
What? How did you know?
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
Looks like our adventure on the moon is over for now. Elpis is the Greek goddess of hope. Cool. Alright. Of course we need to talk to Puddingway first. Who's too far away. Alright. It was a relief to see Livingway was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well, through their knowledge, though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what needs to be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, in all our fellow scions. When next I return to Atheris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. Oh, there's the hat. With the Laperids in Oriange's capable hands, we needn't worry about affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of their earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alphino and the others. Let us return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. What a nice little break before things probably get crazy again. It's all sort of just chill, huh, Amy? There's a side quest with putting away later, and it's pretty sweet. Back in Garlemald. It's nicer on the moon than it is in Garlemald. That's a sad state of affairs. Gods, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. But we'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I'd like very much to know how everyone is getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the tempered prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. I speak not only of the contingent, of course. The heads of state of every nation must know what we have learned. We know not when or where or in what manner the final days will begin to manifest, so we must see that everyone is prepared. Agreed, though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone in a position of responsibility should need to be told as much, but it bears repeating. Anyway, first things first, to Camp Broken Glass. What? Oh. Oh yeah, I'll exit this so we can actually do a teleport. Oh, you hit 85 with your white mage, I'm guessing? Nice. My red mage is still at 82. All the freaking cars. You guys can drive. I'm gonna teleport. Guess who wants in? We'll finish up this quest, and that'll be that for this session. Feels like a pretty good arc that we went through. And if I had to guess, that was likely all the level 84 quests. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope. We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those who were already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, and so we have petitioned the aid of the allied nations. Some are understandably hesitant to proffer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavored to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Will all the tempered be relocated? Not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Julius is one such patient, though he's not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alice's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished. For our mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as that you experienced in Thavnair. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the beast tribes have received instruction in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoria is no doubt thrilled the Mother Porksy affords her with so many visitors. Yes, and we are grateful for her ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of Tempered has been completed. Lucia and I will remain, along with a small force to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. Weird to think that the Empire has been completely defeated. I believe that accounts for recent events here. So, what are the Moon and the Telophoroi? Kind of, but also not really. I mean, he really wasn't doing much for them, was he?
No, he was just being stupid.
He's not much of a leader.
It's kind of whiny.
Yeah, he really is. Exactly, Time Sage. We didn't do anything. It just happened. The final days. Gods, I prayed your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There is still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course. I will send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow Scions from their present duties that they may return to Charlayan. Your energies are better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. A Realm Reborn. Can't wait to take the fight to the Garleans. Endwalker. Oh no. Speaking of your fellow Scions, you will be happy to hear that the Mistress Kryl, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldesion Annex and given into Tataru's care. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them both upon our return. Let us be on our way then. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiac, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood he has returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try to ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe there is merit in doing so.
Oh my gosh, what if we say no?
Oh
yeah.
You're basically saying no. An admirable but futile endeavor. Mayhap you're right.
I'm gonna say if they went there, they wouldn't survive.
And I suppose if anyone is to hunt him down, it must be you. Who else could even hope to bring low that monster? Pray forget I entertained the notion. While on the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and its continued use serves only to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared Xenos Viator Galvus, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Well, there you go. Enemy of the world. Fandaniel is no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's not but his bloodlust to keep him company. Better that than an army to see it sated. At any rate, I will not keep you longer. I pray you safe passage back to Charlayan. Yeah, they officially booted him. Now he's just a wild card on the board. Doing God knows what.
Like I said, I hope he has the most lame, death, unsatisfying ever.
Yep. Xenos versus the world. I'm guessing when people say that Endwalker could be 2 expansions, I'm guessing they mean that all the events that happened from here to 80, from the beginning to here, could have been its own expansion. But honestly, the pacing has been completely fine to me. I know, but it's so minor that it didn't even feel necessary. Final Days part could have been its own expansion. Probably. I can see how it can flesh out and made maybe a bit more satisfying in its own way. Although, how unsatisfying would it have been to defeat Zodiark and... Nope, you doomed the world. I'd rather a happier ending. Welcome back, Milan. We're so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain I have caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. Heidelin called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate, and I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered, my body flowing through the life stream toward Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of ether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh, for it was at that moment that I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. Would that I could laugh at a time like this. Though we prevented Zodiark from being unleashed upon the world, I am curious to know what else took place there on the moon. Fighting Zodiark would be the last of the post-patch content. That would work, but I don't know. I don't know what you'd fill it in with otherwise. I guess just taking out more towers, which I think would get a little bit more... I think it would get a little bit more repetitious. Oh. I am at Danimo. Thank you for first time chat. Checked out a lot of other people's 14 streams. Yeah, we're actually getting close to finishing up as soon as we finish up this quest, but thank you for joining. Welcome. Let's see. Let's reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. I'm guessing after this discussion the quest will be over. I'm personally glad we don't have a full expansion of Fandaniel. Yeah, like I said, I think the pacing's been fine. Oh, thank you for the follow, I am. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. Will Oriange be joining us? Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid, though Milan can explain why better than I. Excuse me. The final days as befell Amarat. And we are to escape via the moon. What of the source and its reflections? I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. If the celestial currents have grown stagnant, it was as was the case in the time of Amarat, the solution would be to alter the flow of ether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiark, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing. But it should go without saying that such a sacrifice cannot be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Amaratines could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamentorum. Shouldn't that be Hair Lamentorum? There is still much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days were marked by the corruption of the Amarantine's creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with the Forum then. Having worked with the Loperites in secret all this time, there is surely more they can tell us. Forgive the interruption, but I have urgent news. The Forum is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside, some sort of announcement. What is Father up to now? There's only one way to find out. He's probably going to announce their plans, actually, because the final days are coming.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Which will just put the people in a panic. So, lovely.
But hey, at least now we can say, see, we told you the final days were coming.
Yeah. Well, if you hadn't killed Zodiac, you'd be fine. Whoops. This music is never a good sign.
Order! Order, I say! I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Charlian, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, so we have called for a public assembly.
I get the feeling all of a sudden that they're going to be really pissed at us.
You may have heard rumors of the Telophoroi and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The End-bearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Yep, they can talk about it.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea,
Oh, wow.
but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself. She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Nunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge.
Not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the Great Exodus. For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue.
I just don't trust these guys right now, I'll be honest.
It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future
Like, I can see them not wanting to let the other nations on. That's what I'm worried about right now.
A new frontier.
A bit of an Aryan flair.
They're the natural ones to continue the world because of the non-confrontational aspects, that sort of idea. I don't know if it'll actually be that.
In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
So I don't know yet, but I can see them going down that route. Especially with the way this is all ominous.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit. Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Take your time.
Thank you. I shan't be long.
If
It's a longer quest than I thought
it
it'd be.
as well.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Sharlayan, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence. This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done. That we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
So far, it might be okay.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested. Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
Shall we then? To the Annex. To prepare for tomorrow.
Feels like we've been to the moon and back. Sorry, I thought this cutscene would be over so much sooner with this quest. Oh, it totally is. Like it feels, I like when it feels like a session gets us through an arc of the story. Ah, me and my long loading times. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm going to finish it off and then we'll call it. We got to get our hat. Remember?
This would be the acquiring new gear stream.
Yeah. Growl tells me the Forum made a rather momentous announcement, so there's to be a great exodus, is there? I'm reminded of my narrow escape from the Isle of Val. The realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regret after. Why me, I ask myself. Why me? Why us? Why now? Why wonder? There's no use fretting over the cosmic morality or lack thereof. We're here and we'll get through this together. And who knows, maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for as much. Oh, but enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. Still one more cutscene. We're gonna have a sleepover again. Nope. Maybe Heidelin will get to, Whoa. Oh, we're getting a vision. That indicates to me that the moon is not safe.
That vision?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, just a sense I got. That it won't be spared either. Oh. Oh, crap. Well, who are you going to pick?
I want Graha.
You're going to go with Graha?
Who are you going with?
Shtola or Alizé? I'm going to go with I'm going to go... I am a Dragoon. I could meet her with a Stinian. We do understand each other quite well. But since you're going for Graha, I feel like it's only fair that I pick the other big fan of ours. two biggest fanboys of ours. Alice and Graha.
Okay. I was
Oh, Estinians is hilarious, says Alpha. Geeky Griffin with a Stola. I do.
probably look 'em up.
I probably could went with look them up, but I do like funny things. All right, we'll go with Estinian.
I'm going Graha. That's so cool. We get to pick.
Oh, you can watch them again from the Unending Journal. Oh, perfect. Wow, so casual.
Oh, he's like twiddling his fingers and nerves.
Good.
He's like, oh.
Look at him. He's like in casual casual
Oh my
gear.
gosh,
It's
it's
weird.
nighttime call.
Exactly. This looks like a date.
The twins thought now would be a wonderful time to pay a visit to my chambers. Rather than listen to them bicker over tonight's snacks and tomorrow's plans, I seized the first opportunity to make my escape. To their credit, they decided against intruding on your peace and quiet.
Time to ride the gold saucer sky wheel.
Oh my god.
Can all be a bit exhausting at times, can't it? I wasn't sure what to make of you at first. During the Dragon Song War, how quick you were to take up a cause not your own. But I came to see that is simply the way of you and yours.
We met before the Dragon
I
Song
will
War.
not pretend to understand this talk of ancient primals and the final days, but I trust in your judgment and choose to believe in your cause.
Estinians.
You and Alphino have my lance, now and always.
It's been a heavy weight on our soul, and he's worried that the weight of the final days will prove more than we can bear.
Estinians just like, basically like, I understand you more now and I believe in you. Mm-hmm.
You'll need it. Rack and ruin looming on the horizon.
Graha said,
Calamity bearing down upon us.
Aww.
There's
Well,
no
we know who
place I'd
your
rather be than here,
favorite is.
standing shoulder to shoulder with friends on the front line.
yes, he's been talking.
So do not hesitate to send me against your enemies. I'll make them rue the day they met me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I could do with a little air. If Alphino asks, I was never here.
We don't have to only share troubles.
Oh boy, Graha's making a move.
He said, moments of joy may seem far
Until the
few and
morrow.
far between, but there will come a time when we look back fondly on this journey.
Estinian just jumped out my window.
He did?
Yeah, to escape Alphino and Alice A.
He basically just said to infinity and beyond.
Oh. What's going on in Alamigo? If I had to guess, I know who this is going to be about. Dragoon's got to jump.
Is there a dragoon?
That's the Red Mage Master over there.
Thank the gods that tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
We didn't get any interruptions. He just
Thank the Ilsabar contingent, more like.
Hmm.
Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald and top of the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
I'm not afraid. I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Aye, I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum too. But is it true they brought back tempered Garlean soldiers?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Is he a good guy or bad guy?
Who's that?
Alden? Captain Alden?
That's Rabon.
Oh, okay.
wanted to think about it for a while yet. But to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Oh, he's possessing people in order to get information.
Oh no.
Later, Kara goes to that. That'd be my guess.
Another day, another commission of paramount importance.
Maybe. But hey, we get Erinville again.
Well, what have we here? Hey, are you all right? Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more.
Oh, he's animating corpses.
The towers are gone.
Well, actually, Kobama, I don't think has played this before, but that'd be the best guess. Because I don't think you can get into the souls of people already alive, or in the bodies of people already alive.
Why does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
Probably because it is Erinville. Oh. Time Sage. Xenos has nothing to do with this.
Well, I'm happy about that. But now I'm kind of freaked out. Whoa!
Well, that's not good for Thavnair. Whew. Things are getting wild. Oh boy.
That's not a good place to end off.
No.
I'm scared. We should have ended up on the last one. No, it was a lighthearted episode.
Until that. That's how we have the what's the word for it? Gotta have Lightning Way as my new one. Gotta have that hook. Cliffhanger to bring people in.
Yep.
Whew. Well, that. Oh, look outside. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh. What if it's always going to be cloudy? I don't know if it's supposed to be cloudy right now. It's always going to be cloudy. Well, at the very least, I'll put on my new hat. That'll make me feel better. Oh. The hat's barely anything. Oops. It's just something that sort of goes around the neck, which... Sure, we'll leave that on for now. Sort of just protects my chin. Can you see it? Weird. Well, either way, that'll be that. Oh, you see? Oh, that's fun. That's much more fun than mine.
You got that? Isn't there a guy in One Piece that has that job?
Yeah, exactly. Right in the beginning. It's pretty much that. Axe Hand Morgan. Alright. Well, either way, that'll be that for this session. Made a lot of progress. Finishing up an arc. We're off the moon, and who knows where we're going next. But that's exciting in and of itself. We get to take prevent the final days now, so this should be pretty interesting. Of course, we'll be back on Wednesday for more Final Fantasy XIV. That'll be our next stream, so you can look forward to that as we begin. I'm going to guess our level 85 quests. So you can look. That should be pretty exciting. I think once we're done with those, we'll be halfway done with the game, halfway done with the expansion. So pretty crazy there. And then check my house. Oh, okay. And then on Thursday night will be Yakuza 0, as we are nearly, we're getting closer and closer to the end of that. I predict only 2 more sessions before we reach the end of Yakuza, so that's exciting. And then on Sunday will be more Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor Overclocked. So, yeah, looking forward to it all. Hope you all had some fun. And yeah, definitely see you on Wednesday for more Final Fantasy XIV. In the meantime, let's take a look at who we can raid real quick. Let's see. We've got Master Wuggles getting ready to start soonish, as they're going to be playing through Tales of Xillia. And then Phenomon is playing Unicorn Overlord. As for our hashtag, rating way. Let's see. And then there's Sonic Joe's suggestion, Twirling Curtis, who's playing the original Final Fantasy VII. But Simodon would like to raid Phenomon because of Unicorn Overlord. We can do that. Oh, sure. There we go. All right. Oh. Now we got one.
That's it.
Now we got one for Xillia. Since Wuggles hasn't started yet, we'll just go with Phenomon. Since I don't know when they're going to properly start. So yeah, we'll do that. And yeah, that should be that. So we'll start up that raid. I will do that soon. It's time to say goodbye for now. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you on Wednesday for more Final Fantasy XIV. Until then, everyone. Bye.